The courtroom was heavy with tension as the O.J. Simpson trial entered its most dramatic phase. By now, the world wasn't just watching, it was obsessed. Cameras rolled, reporters filled every corner, and every word that left the mouths of the lawyer seemed to echo across America. O.J. sat at the defense table, expression unreadable, a man caught between fame and infamy. Marcia Clark rose to deliver her argument. Her voice, steady but passionate, filled the courtroom. She painted O.J. as a violent man who had finally gone too far, a man whose charm couldn't hide the rage beneath. The prosecution replayed the evidence: the blood, the gloves, the DNA, the timeline. Johnny Cochran leaned forward, confidence radiating from his every move. His tone was smoother, softer, but his message hit hard. He reminded the jury of every doubt, every inconsistency, every moment when the LAPD might have cut corners. He painted a picture of racial bias and police corruption, of a system quick to condemn a black man when convenient. The glove test became a defining symbol. The courtroom fell silent as O.J. struggled to pull the gloves over his hands. Cameras zoomed in, catching every strained movement. The gloves appeared too small, stiff, awkward. Whispers filled the air. How could he have worn them during the murders? The defense seized the moment, claiming the prosecution had built their entire case on broken evidence. But behind the theatrics, something darker lingered. Nicole's friends took the stand, recounting her fear, her bruises, her whispered pleas for help. The audience watching from home felt torn between compassion for the victims and fascination with the men accused, while news anchors debated whether O.J. was a killer or a victim himself. Days turned to weeks. The jury was exhausted, cut off from the outside world, their every movement monitored. Even they couldn't escape the tension, the whispered doubts, the endless discussions of evidence, the pressure to make the right decision. O.J., meanwhile, sat still, watching as his fate was decided by strangers. When it was finally time for closing arguments, both sides gave everything they had. Marcia Clark stood before the jury one last time, her voice trembling with emotion as she spoke of Nicole and Ron, their final moments, their stolen futures. Cochran countered with fire, invoking justice, history, and faith. His words were powerful, calculated, and unforgettable. Outside, Los Angeles held its breath. Protesters gathered, signs raised. As the courtroom recessed for the day, O.J. looked up at the ceiling, his hands clasped. Was he praying? Thinking? Because tomorrow, the verdict would come, and it would shock the world. The camera slowly pans out, the murmur of the courtroom fading into silence. The echo of the gavel lingers, the lights dim, and the screen fades to black. And just before it ends, the narrator whispers, "What happens next will change history forever."